Let's talk about whether it's necessary for you to go to a highly ranked fancy college. Okay? So, let's say you want to become a nurse. Okay? Now, if you don't want to become a nurse, just hear me out because I think this shows you why it's absolutely not necessary to go to a fancy college to have an incredible career doing what you want and making a lot of money. Nurses are always in demand, and you could be making six figures relatively shortly after you get your license, and perhaps even before you're 30, many years before you're 30, perhaps even. So, how do you become a nurse? So, I live in California. I'm going to talk about three ways. There's more than three ways, but three ways that most people will choose from to become a nurse in California. The first way is to go to a 2-year community college and earn an associate's degree in nursing. And then after that, you take a nursing licensing exam, which you study for while you're studying for your 2-year degree at a community college. Now, what about this option? You don't even have to take the SAT. You just have to graduate from high school, and then you apply to a local community college. And when I say apply, it's not like you're not sure if you're going to get in. Anybody who wants to take courses at a community college, you can take it. Okay, so you don't have to go to a fancy school for this, right? You get in after 2 years of a nursing program at a local community college that has such a program. You take your classes, you study for the nursing exam, and after you take the nursing exam, after 2 years of community college, you become a nurse. That's one way, okay? Another way is to go to a state school. Like in California, there's the Cal State University system where you take a 4-year nursing degree in 4-year degree in nursing, and after that 4-year degree, you again have to take the nursing licensing exam, and then you become a nurse. The difference between a 2-year nursing degree and a 4-year nursing degree is that later on in your career, if you after you work as a nurse, you want to sort of move on to more administrative and managerial positions, the 4-year nursing degree, from what I hear and from what I could research on the web, there are some advantages. But as of right now, if you don't think you are interested in going into management or administrative duties in the healthcare field, you just want to become a nurse, a 2-year community college degree in nursing is all you need to do. Okay, and the third way in order to become a nurse is, let's say you went to college, you majored in art history or or German or romantic languages or English or architecture, and then you took classes that had nothing to do with nursing at all, and then you decide, what, I want to be a nurse. It's an in-demand profession, and it pays very well, and you decide to become a nurse. No problem. So, based on you already have a college degree, and then what you would do is you apply for a master's in nursing program, right? And so once you get in, you'll take the required courses, and this is where it kind of gets a little bit more tricky, because if you didn't take any nursing courses or any science courses that are required to become a nurse, you might have to take it, so that generally 2-year master's in nursing program might become longer. So those are the three ways: 2-year community college, 4-year state school, or if you went to a 4-year college and you graduated and you didn't major in nursing or took any related classes, you could apply to a master's in nursing program. Now, look at that. Do you need to if you want to be a nurse? I know everybody doesn't want to be a nurse, but let's just say you want to be a nurse. Just to illustrate the point that you don't have to go to a fancy school, right? You don't have to go to Yale. You don't have to go to Harvard to have. If you want to be a nurse, you could have a rewarding, lucrative career, an in-demand field where you'll have many job opportunities that you're gonna have to choose from. You're gonna have to turn people down because there are people, hospitals, medical offices, even private care people. They're always looking for good nurses. All you have to do is graduate from high school and then go to a 2-year community college program where they have nursing, and then you could become a nurse after you pass the nursing licensing exam. Okay, so I give you this example. I talk about the example to tell you to relax and calm down if you're stressed out about the whole college application process and you're worried that you're not going to get into the fancy Ivy League or top public college or whatever school, the top 25 schools according to whatever ranking magazine, U.S. News or whatever, whatever other rankings there are out there. Okay, I'm here to reassure you that it's just not necessary. Having said that, I understand, this might not be reassuring to you because at your age, especially if you're in high school or you're in college or, when you're young, I don't know how else to put this, but prestige and rankings, it's at the top of your mind. So I understand if you're stressed about not getting into a top ranked school, you feel like, you're gonna feel better about yourself or you think you're gonna be seen as prestigious. You're into status at your age. I know it sounds funny to me. I know all those things are pretty meaningless, but then again, I'm not trying to talk down on younger people, but I understand because I had similar feelings. I had similar priorities when I was younger with a lot of you out there. But as you get older, you realize that what, almost everything that I worried about, I didn't have to worry about. So again, let's say you want to become a nurse, but this applies to many other fields. But if you want to be a nurse, all you have to do is graduate from high school and go to your community college where there's a nursing program, and you could take a nurse licensing exam, and then you're a registered nurse who could get a great job, rewarding job, great paying job, a challenging career, of course. But if that's what you want to do, it's the road is wide open to you, and you have multiple paths to choose from. Okay. So do not worry, okay? There are so many good careers out there. If you're just willing to put in the work after choosing a path, you can do it. Now let me briefly talk about how college is more than just getting a job, right? It's more than, getting a credential that entitles you to, become a well-paid worker. So I understand that, right? But I'm just letting you know that there are so many paths, affordable, accessible paths that allow you to become who you want to be, okay?